How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today's topic is 8 habits of highly successful ex-drinkers. Right? And what I mean by highly successful people is people who just will never go back onto alcohol again, who think there's no chance in hell. They have no desire to do it. They know and understand what alcohol has done to them, what it's meant in their lives, and there is no chance on this planet that they're ever going to go back to that place. Now, when I'm talking about habits in this context, I'm talking about anything that can be developed into a habit, everything that either starts out as a habit for some person that an individual has got already, and they're bringing it in and utilizing this pre-existing habit in order to quit drinking, or they're learning as they go, which is basically what most of us are going to do. I think there's a bit of both. You know, we all have pre-existing skills that we can bring in, pre-existing habits that we can utilize to some degree, to one degree or another, and you're learning how to adapt these skills to new situations, to this new situation that you find yourself in, and you're also learning new skills as you go along. I've learned so many different new skills since I stopped drinking. It's unreal, you know. So the first habit is persistence. Now, everyone's got persistence to one degree or another, right? Everyone has persistence. It all depends on the motivation for the persistence. If you're motivated enough, you'll find persistence and you'll keep persisting, right? You'll keep pushing yourself forwards regardless of what. So you have to find that inspiration first. You have to find what it is that's going to give you the motivation to persist. And persistence is like a muscle. It's something that you can build on. It's something that you can build up in different areas. You know, you don't always start out with the same persistence in one area that you can bring into another area. For instance, you know, you might have persistence in, you might be a runner, for instance, or you might be you might have a lot of persistence in your work. You might have a lot of persistence with your children, say, for instance, or you know, you might have persistence in a game that you play. Maybe you're a footballer and your dogged persistence shines out when you're playing football. So you have to sort of figure out what it is that motivates you to persist in these other areas and bring that into your quit drinking journey, right? And pulling you away from alcohol, you know, and all those things that you need to do to make sure that you never go back to alcohol drinking. The second habit is to have a reason why, right? To understand your reason why. And this is habitual behavior. You can make this into a habit by thinking about why you're doing anything that you're doing in your life, right? Whether it's quitting drinking alcohol or it's moving yourself one step towards the next goal that you're trying to achieve, right? It's thinking, why am I doing this, right? Having that reason, having that big why in the front of your mind at all times, because that will spur you on. It will give you the persistence that you need, you know, and that can become, like I say, a habit. The third thing about ex-drinkers who will never go back to alcohol is they have a goal that they're aiming towards. You know, I keep saying this about drinking, that it's not just about stopping drinking, it's about leaving alcohol so far behind you that you can no longer see it. You know, you can't feel the behavior, you can't think about it anymore. You know, it just becomes a distant memory, and the only thing that ever comes up into your mind is when you get into new situations that you haven't been in a while, and the thought comes up in your mind, oh, I used to drink here, maybe a drink would be nice, and then you just go, woof, that's gone, right? But the goal is the main thing. It's the thing that is, you see in the distance, right? You can see it out there. It's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you want to get to. It's very specific. It's a thing or a place, or something that you want to become yourself, right? That's something that is going to drag you forwards and pull you forwards, you know, time and time again. Something that is just going to be there. And number 4 is the plan, right? The plan of how you're going to get there. If you don't have a plan to get there, you're going to be going around in circles, right? It's just something that, you know, you need to have It doesn't have to be as detailed. You can detail it as you go along, but it's something that right, in the future, this is where I want to get, right? So 10 years down the road, I want to get to this place, and then break it down. So if I want to get there in 10 years, it means in 5 years I have to be here. In a year I have to be at this spot. In 6 months I have to be in this spot. In a month I have to be in this spot. The next step I need to take is this, and the next step after that is that. And that's how you do it. You break it down into little goals like that, and then you move towards, but you have to plan it out. And that's the fourth reason why drinkers will never go back to alcohol, is because they have a plan of how to reach that goal. Number 5 is that once they have their plan, they've got 100% commitment to achieving that plan, right? They're committing themselves. They're putting it down in writing if they have to. They're committing themselves in whatever way necessary, but it's 100% commitment, not 99%, not 99.5%, 100% commitment. And they take 100% responsibility for everything that goes right or goes wrong, right? 100% responsibility. Number 6 is that these people have got an understanding and a willingness to put up with the discomfort, right? That this is only a discomfort, that they understand that it's a sliding scale, so it starts out at a lot higher of a discomfort than it finishes off. It's a decreasing discomfort over time, right? And these people understand that no matter what it is, the cravings, the sleeplessness, the peer pressure, no matter what it is, it's only discomfort, and they're willing to put up with that discomfort in order to get through and push through to the other side. Number 7 is they're also willing to change whatever needs to be changed in order to make the things happen, right? You can't be 100% committed to anything if you're not willing to change certain aspects of your life. Now, that change might be just changing the fact that you don't drink anymore, right? And changing certain things in your life around that fact. It might be that you've got to change your environment, that you're in the wrong environment in order to reach the goals that you want to reach, right? In order to get to that goal, you've got to move yourself into a different position, right? You've got to move yourself into a different town or a different city, a different country, right? Might be that you've got to get rid of certain people in your life, that you've got to change certain people, either distance yourself from some people, or try and get into the company of other people who are going to facilitate that goal coming into fruition, right? So this is all about understanding that change does take sacrifices, it does take discomfort, and some of that discomfort is going to be in the fact that you're going to have to make changes that sometimes you don't like to make, but you're going to have to make these changes if you're 100% committed to get into the place that you want to be, right? And it's in getting to that place that you want to be and fighting to get to that place. That's the thing that will drive you forwards, onwards and onwards and onwards and upwards, and make sure that you never go back to drinking, because you know that if you start sliding back to alcohol again, that goal is going to diminish and it's going to disappear into whatever, And number 8 is a habit of looking at things from a holistic point of view, understanding that life is holistic. It's not just one area, you can't just take the alcohol out of the equation and think, well, the drinking's gone now, nothing else has to happen. You have to look at, if you want to make progress in this life, if you want to progress yourself forwards and get to that goal that you want to achieve, right, you've got to make sacrifices in certain areas, you've got to make changes in certain areas, you've got to look at different parts of your life and think, well, this is not the way I should be doing this, this is something that is holding me back, or this is something that I should be doing that could accelerate my growth or accelerate my progress. And as I say, these are the changes that people are willing to make. So look, I'm going to finish it there. That's 8 different things, 8 different habits why people are successful in quitting drinking alcohol. And it all boils down to, it's whatever you can think of in your own head that is going to pull you forwards. That is the whole point of this journey, is find something in your future that is going to irrevocably pull you forwards and leave the alcohol behind you. You want to put as much distance, as many obstacles between you and the alcohol behind you, right? So that it makes it more difficult. There's an old thing where they say, burn your bridges after you've crossed them, so that you can't go back across the bridges again, and build as many bridges in front of you so that you're accelerating your journey, you're putting as many inspirations and motivations in front of you as you can, clearing as many roadblocks as you can, So look, I'll leave it there. If you want more information about quitting drinking alcohol, come on over to alcoholmastery.com. We've just got over 600 different videos on many different aspects of alcohol. It's just growing into a real archive of excellent material, from motivation and inspiration to how to take the journey forwards, how to pull yourself forwards, how to deal with cravings, how to deal with roadblocks, all that kind of stuff. We've also got one-on-one coaching if you're interested in that. We've got the forum over on Facebook, and we've got the newsletter. So a lot of different stuff, and there's going to be more stuff added all the time. So if you're interested in that, come over to alcoholmastery.com. Until next time, my name's Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Take care of yourself. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Onwards and upwards. Take care. All right. Bye. See you.